Hey, what's up guys, it's Rob. Hope you're doing good out there. So one of the most frequent questions that I get asked here on this channel is how do I get my guitar tones? 90% of the time I use bias effects by Positive Grid. If I'm ever doing any covers or demos or anything like that, that's probably what I'm using. I don't really use real amps because they're just far too loud for where I am currently, and if I'm not using bias effects, I'm probably using a pedal, perhaps something like my Sans amp pedal, something like that. Just usually plug straight into the computer, no processing or anything like that, just everything from the pedal straight in there. But that's pretty much it, bias effects or a pedal. But I know there's a lot of really great guitar plugins out there, and I think more people these days prefer to use those than real amps because of the practicality. You can set tones really easy, you can save presets, all that cool stuff. And the only real drawback that I can think of using these plugins is that they cost money. So that just got me thinking. I use GarageBand and Logic as my DAWs, and both of these come with stock guitar tones. And I've never really used them, not for any recording anyway. I might have just used them once or twice to get a quick guitar tone whilst I'm doing a bit of practicing or in a lesson with a student. If they just quickly want to plug their guitar in and get a sound, I might have just very quickly found something that will do. That is until today. What I've decided to do is make a little bit of a mini series, just taking a closer look at some of these tones and seeing if I can get something that sounds pretty good straight out of GarageBand. I'm going to more focus on GarageBand because GarageBand is free. If you've got yourself an iMac or a MacBook or an iPad or even an iPhone, you get GarageBand on all of those things. It's a free app. Logic costs money, but I'm actually not entirely sure whether Logic has different sounds, maybe more and better ones, or whether they're entirely the same. So let me know in the comments below if Logic and GarageBand have the same tones or not. So rather than just look at every single guitar tone that GarageBand has to offer, this video would take forever. So what I'm going to do is split it up into a few videos, and in this video I'm going to try and find a nice classic rock tone, a nice AC/DC style tone. Now, as you heard on the intro, I made a little song and all of those tones came straight from GarageBand. And you know what? I don't think it sounds that bad. It sounds a lot better when you put these tones into a mix rather than just on their own. So if you're struggling to find a certain tone, one thing I've noticed is that you can kind of blend a few different tones together to get the ultimate sort of tone. If that doesn't make any sense, then I'll talk about that soon. But anyway, I'm just going to take a quick dive into it. I've obviously already had a quick look through some of the tones to make that intro video, but I'm going to take another look, play through some of the tones, find out what's going on with them. There's also a pedal board feature as well where you can add and remove pedals to try and make things sound better. The customization is actually pretty awesome because you can change the head, the cab, the microphone position, all of these things. It's really quite cool, so I don't see why you can't really get a good guitar tone. But anyway, let's grab a guitar, plug it in, and see what we've got going on. So there you go guys, there is a quick look at some of the stock tones straight from GarageBand just on the Crunch folder. In the future video, I'll take a look at the clean folder, the distorted folder, see if I can get a nice lead tone, maybe a metal tone. We'll see where it goes. But for this video, I just wanted to get a nice classic rock tone, and I didn't want to go through all of them in the video because there's about 20 odd of them and the video would be quite long. So I just played a little snippet on some of the good ones and some of the bad ones to show you the variation of the different sounds that you can get. One thing I didn't do is I didn't add any pedals and alter anything. Everything I played was just the stock preset tone. Some of them I think sound pretty good. Like I said, the one in the intro that I made for this video was called Old School Punk, and that one really stood out to me. It's pretty much exactly what I want from a tone. I mean, it's not perfect, it does need tweaks and stuff like that, and obviously other plugins would be better, but for something that's straight out of the box and free when it comes with GarageBand and you don't have to actually buy anything, you can't really complain. It's not too bad. A lot of them sound the same. I did notice that when I was going through them, some of them from one to the next just sounded slightly different. So that's another reason why I didn't want to go through all of them in this video, because it would get very repetitive. The tones don't differ that much. But all in all, I'm pretty happy, and maybe in future I might even start using some of them a little bit more whenever I want that nice classic rock, AC/DC, airborne type tone, that sort of thing. So I quite enjoyed looking at this because if you don't look, you don't know, do you? And that's been there the entire time that I've been using GarageBand and Logic for years, and I've never really paid much attention to it, so maybe I'm gonna start. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know in the comments if you've got any good tones that you've made yourself just using GarageBand. If so, how did you achieve that? I'd love to know. Let us know. And I hope this video inspires anybody who might be new to recording. Like I said, they might have got themselves a Mac or an iMac or a MacBook or something Mac, Apple, and they've got GarageBand, which obviously came free with it. And it turns out it's not actually a bad way to start doing some guitar recording. Obviously, you're gonna need an interface to be able to plug your guitar into your computer. Anyway, that's it for this video, guys. Stick around for the next one. I'm probably gonna take a look at the clean tones in the next one, trying to get a nice John Mayer, Jimi Hendrix style tone. That's the sort of thing I've got in my mind, so we'll see how that goes. If you're new to my channel, then please subscribe and also like this video. It really means a lot, and hopefully I'll see you in a future video. So thanks for watching.